Yeah, I haven't heard this one. Same, Take on me. Take on me. Take on me. I'm gonna do one beat to it. Take on me. That's right. Yep. Yeah, is that a beat or a measure? I have no fucking idea. I tried. Yeah. Yeah. I tried learning music theory and I forgot it all. Yeah, so like, it's supposed to be like, it goes from left to right. It's supposed to be, how there's like two bars? Like, the left hand is supposed to be, or the bottom one. So like, if you rotate it vertically, it's supposed to resemble, which, like, which finger goes where. It's very complicated. Is this? What's Nick Mullen's real Twitch? What's Nick Mullen's Twitch? Really? What? That wasn't Adam.
Hola. Yo soy es Drew.
Isn't it Me llamo es?
Hi, I'm Drew Asher.
Yeah, we're feeling Spanish again.
Yes. I actually just cheated in Spanish class.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, very easy class to cheat in. Anyway, everybody, we do a podcast. Happy New Year, first and foremost.
Yeah.
We do a podcast called Fill My Heart. We make fun of episodes of Dr. Phil. You guys are about to watch it, so we say some bad words, so get the kids out of the room.
Yeah.
I think that's
Content warning, I think the
Yeah.
kids are thing, which I don't get the difference between a content warning and a trigger warning. Is it just the wording? Does it sound better?
I don't know.
Have you heard that? Content warning?
content warning. Yeah, I guess content warning is probably just like...
It doesn't have the negative stigma attached to it?
Well, I think content warning would probably just be... This is so unimportant. What song are we coming in with?
Let's see. How about... Oh, It's Only Sex by Car Seat Headrest.
Okay. All right, everybody. We're about to start the podcast, so we'll talk to you in a couple seconds here. All right, give it a second.
I know when to...
Oh, when?
Oh, no. I'll just be like when we should...
Okay. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sort of. All right.
I like point when...
I get it.
I wiped my tears on my face and neck and the backs of my ears and said, now it's sweat. Now it's sweat. It's sweat now.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Fill My Heart. My name's Drew Absher.
I'm Parker Newman.
Do you think I can't hear a song and figure out when to do that myself?
No. I told Drew I'm going to point and then you
when
speak.
you want me to start talking.
Yeah, exactly.
But do you think I haven't heard enough music to know when the beat's about to pick up?
No idea. Just
like, I have no idea when to do it myself.
no rhythm whatsoever.
I'm like, I've never. What are they? Why is there some kind of interlude right now? Is
No, I've seen you clap for other comics, and it's just like,
Yeah. I laugh during setups. Yeah. I have no idea. I have no idea when lulls and. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, when my dad would listen to radio, I would always be like very concerned with how quickly they could get in all the words they have to say before the lyrics of the song started out.
yeah, I know, right?
You know when they would be like, yeah, back here at 98 Rock, and then it would start like Stairway to Heaven in the background.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's very just.
And you're like, oh, you have to say all this stuff, like all these plugs and shit, before the music actually starts. It's just weird.
Yeah, it's like sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
it's just
they're like, and we're going to be
cheese.
kicking it out too. 90, or Chuck's off the Arco at 99,
Yeah.
and he's going to be giving out free concert tickets to go see Black Label Society, and you're just like, dude, that's so much shit to talk about while a song is playing in your earphones. Like, you're trying to hit the timing on it perfectly.
Yeah, totally. I never really listened to much radio growing up because my mom would play like the same 3 CDs over and over.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
What CDs were
Not
there?
even bad CDs, but just that, or I'd say like the Killer Sawdust. Like that's.
Yeah,
all
but do you
we
remember what
listened to.
album she had that she would play all the time?
Yeah, Sawdust.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Sawdust by the
Sawdust.
Killers?
Yeah, very good album. A lot of
Yeah,
covers.
no, it's a fine album. But yeah, that's frustrating when people listen to
Jesus fuck.
my phone fell out.
Oh, okay.
When people just listen to one kind of music all the time.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. That's why.
My dad we'd always like alternate between like talk sports, or my dad had CD cases.
Mm-hmm.
He had like a big, it probably held like 300 CDs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he would just be like,
Jesus.
me and my sister would like open it up in the driver's seat and like flip through it, and he'd be like looking over like, okay, that one. And it would always just be like some weird. My dad was like, because he listened to like all like grunge, so he would have like these like really like bootlegged copies of like Pearl Jam concert albums and stuff.
Mhm.
Pretty bizarre. He had a lot of like kind of rare CD stuff.
So did he have more like an eclectic taste then too? Because I think I do, if I say so. I like punk rock and punk. So that is a wide diversity of.
Yeah, no, that's what my dad's taste was like too. Like as out of the box as he got was like he'd had like a Public Enemy album.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I forget. I don't remember. Maybe Welcome to the Terror Dome or whatever that album was.
Yeah.
But yeah, he would just be like occasionally be like, yeah, hand me that. Like he loves Chuck D.
No idea that.
The rapper from Public Enemy. Chuck
Oh,
E from
no,
Public Enemy. Yeah, my dad just loves that, so we'd occasionally get that. But
Oh, neat.
yeah, that was childhood, dude. It's just you had to listen to whatever your parents found entertaining.
Yeah, it's funny because like our parents' music taste literally sounds like your dad had you at like 18 or something.
He essentially did, yeah.
Wait, really?
23 when he had my sister, 25 when he had
shit,
me.
dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, my dad was my age when he had me.
What?
Yeah,
That's fucking
yeah.
insane.
It is weird, yeah. But anyway, hey, Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Holy shit.
We're doing January 1st.
Yeah, that's
I can't believe it, dude.
can't.
I can't believe it. Yeah, I'm not usually one of those people who like blows New Year's out of proportion.
No, same. I know, right? Normally, I'm just like it doesn't fucking matter. But this year, I'm
so
very
I like New Year's for one reason, and I do like mile markers in life.
Yeah, no, same. Exactly.
Like I like like being able to be like, oh, hey, here's a good place to stop for a day and like reflect on what I've done.
Yeah.
But that's like the only reason. I hate like the social aspect of it. I hate like the pressure to like go see people, and not this year. I'm talking,
Yeah.
you know.
Dude, I hate
in
all
general.
all my friends want me to go kayak.
Yeah, yeah. No, I hate like last year. I went to like 2 parties,
Yeah.
and it's just so fucking exhausting.
Oh, I
man.
remember.
Like,
I did too, actually.
yeah, it's just so fucking exhausting. You're like, this sucks. I just want to be home. So this year was actually kind of nice. Just got to be home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I remember last year because that was when I got into a fight with that Kip guy. Not physically, but the email thing, and we read it on here.
Yeah, was that
Do you remember?
last year?
That was on New Year's
Whoa.
Eve. Yeah, which was just so funny that he emailed me that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that's a fun party though. There's literally one. I'm not gonna,
Yeah.
have you edit out what I'm about to say. But one person did show up, and when that one person showed up, everyone left.
Yeah, and that
was
person
really fun.
usually clears a room when they show up.
Yeah,
So
totally.
that's to be expected. Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of nice last night. Like, I fell asleep at like 8:30.
Mm-hmm.
Woke up at like 12:15. Was like, oh hey, Happy New Year. And then,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
went back to bed. Like it was pretty great. I liked it. What'd you do?
Fucking.
People can't see it, so I have to say it. Parker, if you listen to the Patreon from a few weeks back, me and Parker talked about him working on his posture. This is the first time I've seen Parker in person since he started. He looks like he broke his spine. You're sitting as if your spinal cord is snapped in half right now.
Yeah, I
It
don't
looks-
know.
It looks so uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm not doing a great job, honestly, with it. Like,
Have you like looked into chiropractors or anything? Because that's one thing we talked about on the podcast.
Yeah, well, it's weird because I feel like I'm getting like so much closer, but the problem is I feel like I straighten my back out, but the problem is, like now I need to straighten my neck out. Yeah, if that makes any sense.
I don't understand any of this stuff.
So like, and also I'm just not used to it. Like,
yeah,
you know,
well, I don't know what
So, like,
remind
if
people
you-
what you're doing it for. Like, why are you working on your posture?
pussy. No, I'm no, not right. I'm not very kidding. No, I mean that. Also
I gotta
feel
be
better
honest.
about myself.
I gotta be honest. You are at a very interesting place if you're like the only reason I'm not getting laid is because my posture's bad.
Dude, I'm literally gonna be 2 inches taller though. Like, is that not? That's a pretty good
Says
deal.
who?
No, that's how it works. If I'm hunched over, then I'm not as tall.
Okay.
That's why when you know if you
I thought you meant that like somehow correcting your
No.
spinal issues are going to trick people into thinking you're 2 inches taller.
yeah, like no, I'm gonna be able to come if I.
But is it that easy? Like, is it? It feels like it's harder than
it's
just sitting.
It's very hard
differently.
because it's literally like the second you correct it, your body just naturally wants to go back. But then here's the thing: I had no fucking back problems whatsoever, other than like at work. But normally I had no back problems. But now, if I'm like even a little bit forward, then I'm just like and it hurts like shit. So it's very weird. But
Interesting. So you feel like you're already starting to fix your back?
yeah,
Or
no, I am like
posture?
so my back's a lot better, but the problem is that my neck is still at like a, an outward angle. and that like affects like the mid to upper back, right?
Yeah.
So if you just like if you just feel your mid back, and then like go back, you'll feel like less pressure on it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know how I'm supposed to sit. I just always posture was always like. It was always the fucking double knotting your shoes of like health stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
where you're like,
No,
shut
it's
up,
dorky
nerd.
shit.
I'm not doing that. Like,
Yeah.
it's the rolling backpack of taking care of yourself. Where you're like, go fuck yourself. I'm gonna stand how I stand.
Dude, it's so funny. You're so right, but at the same time, like it's called nerd neck if you fucking don't have good posture. Like it's
Yeah, but that's like your dentist calling it meth mouth. It's like, no. It's like,
has
to-
your dentist called you that?
no, but you know what I mean? Like when you have when your teeth are all missing because of drug use, they call it meth mouth.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
it's like intended to shame you. Well,
Right.
really, it's like cool people have no teeth.
Yeah, true.
You know, like rock roadies and stuff are missing their teeth. Like
Yeah.
those are interesting people you want to talk to.
Yeah, but
you know.
cool people also aren't like super hunchback too. You know.
That's true.
There's a good middle ground. Like
No, I'm not saying you're. I'm not. I hope you know I'm not insulting you for fixing your posture.
what?
I just.
it's all
I just.
jokes.
I just always thought that people were always so adamant about it.
Yeah.
You know, where it was like, oh, well, you got to work on your posture.
Yeah.
I'm like, do I? I mean, I've never seen somebody like obviously working on their posture in real life.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
You might, like that's the problem is that I am kind of like doing too much, and that's the hardest part because at first, and I've added more exercises to my routine or whatever because I was just doing one, and I think that strained out my back but didn't correct everything. Fuck, what was I saying? God damn it! Wait, what did you just say right before that?
I was just saying that people are always like telling people to fix their posture, and you were saying that you went too far with it.
Oh yeah, sorry. So yeah, it's kind of weird because like at first I was too hunched forward, and then I became like just sticking my fucking ribs out like I was, you know, like Superman, like or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I don't know. I just never like my posture. The chiropractor I saw said it was fine.
yeah, yours fine.
But
Yeah, the key is supposed to be to relax, but then like it's hard to do that when you're just like in pain.
Yeah. yeah, I don't know. It's just it's always so like it's like drinking a lot of water. You know, like everybody's always just like you got to drink like 18 gallons of water a day. And you're like, but I've never seen anybody do that. I don't know anybody like besides pro athletes who have taken that advice.
Yeah, except
And-
gorgeous hunks.
And people are living to like 115 every fucking day. So like, do I need to like you know like people always say just shit like this is like the people like there's people who are like you got to put like a scoop of cinnamon in your coffee every morning.
Yeah.
And again, it's like I don't know anyone who does that.
Yeah, I know, right?
So it's hard for me to take like advice where I'm like you're not like you know Einstein was a fucking moron and then he started eating cinnamon more and then all of a sudden he became you know a genius. I don't know.
No, I
Anyway.
totally get that. Yeah, it's it's weird. Well, I mean, if you didn't drink enough, like, what is like wrong? It is weird because it's like, what is wrong with drinking too much water? I mean, of course you can die if it's like that.
Do you
but
remember
you know
that
what
lady?
I mean?
Do you remember the lady who died here?
Yeah. Oh, that's here
Yeah, the
at
lady
Stab Comedy
Yes.
Theater.
at Stab Comedy Theater. Remember when that lady drank too much water and all the comics beat her to death?
Called her a nerd. Yeah.
She kept getting up to pee during the show and we had enough.
Yeah. We're
No,
like,
do you remember
first
the-
off, you're a woman in comedy. That's not okay.
No, do you remember
Kidding.
the radio contest?
Oh yeah, I didn't know that was here.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
That explains why. That's a news story that I hear about a lot. So
Yeah, that was
explains-
so basically what happened is it was the Nintendo Wii had just came out. People
Oh,
probably remember
no.
the story.
That's so funny
And-
that Wii is another term for pee.
that's
that
was the game.
No, I know, but
Oh,
that's
like you're making fun. I was like, wait, did you really not put that together?
No.
Sorry, it's late, everybody. Me and Parker are
Yeah.
on different waves. The Parker is just this is Parker's time where he's just getting up in the morning and I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
This is our ships in the nighttime.
I'm trying to correct that shit too, but Yeah, I got like 5 hours of sleep last night. Not good.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say like, yeah, like the lady held her pee. But me and my friends, so basically, yeah, the contest was you had to hold your wee for a wee. That was what the contest was called, and you had to drink.
Damn it,
you
I'm
had
a
to,
hack.
Yeah. Oh wait, you didn't get it.
No, I did, mate.
Oh no, I was saying that's why they were calling it that.
Oh,
Anyway,
I didn't know that.
It's stupid. Anyway, but yeah, like you had to drink like a gallon of water an hour.
Jesus Christ.
And whoever held their pee the longest won. It was some like
That does-
absurd
okay.
amount of water like that.
That does not sound safe
no,
whatsoever.
it turns out it wasn't. A woman died.
Yeah. What kind of fucking Houdini type shit is that?
I don't know. But you know what's always so weird to me is they fired the hosts of the show.
The
Even
host?
even
Was
though
it their ideas?
probably not. I'd assume morning radio people aren't really the people calling the fucking shots.
Yeah,
It's probably producers or whatever.
totally.
And that was probably a fucking radio bit that they've done a ton of times
Yeah.
across the country.
Was their name Golden Showered Stern?
Uh,
There we go.
no, but me and my friends used to call the radio station after it happened. We would,
Really?
like, yeah,
No way.
Yeah, we'd prank call.
Dude, what?
We
What?
would like call, and then we would just be like, it was a 107.9 The End in Sacramento, and we would call and we'd be like, hey, they'd be like 107.9, what do you want to hear? And we'd be like, hey, feeling kind of suicidal. When do you guys think you're gonna have your next drinking water contest? And then the guy would just he'd be like, fuck you guys. Like,
Really?
yeah, dude, they would like cuss at us and stuff. We used to do all kinds of like prank calling was our favorite thing.
Dude,
That was-
that's really
that's all we would do as
I was
kids.
such a hack prank phone call.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Dude, I did some shit that would get me so fucking canceled. Like,
Oh,
as,
yeah, I'm sure.
as a 12-year-old.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we one time, I don't understand how people didn't know it was children.
Yeah, dude, exactly.
Like, we called a bouncy house thing, and we were like, hey, I want to have I'm looking to have a kids party. I want to rent some bouncies. And they're like, oh, fantastic, yeah. And then we're like, okay, cool, like, and then do you guys have any policies about, like, what clothing needs to be worn on these?
Yeah.
And then the guy was like, no, what are you like, no, it's once it's in your backyard, like you can wear sweatpants, you can wear whatever, We're like, no, but is like clothing required? And then he's like, what? And we're like, well, it's like we are a nudist colony and it's our child's birthday, so it's going to be a lot of naked children going down the slides. Do they need to have and the guy's like, no, you can't put naked children on the what? And then, then we hung up because we were all laughing so hard. But, like, how does that guy not know it's, like 3 11-year-old kids talking
Yeah.
to him? It was always so
So,
bizarre to me that the guy never fucking could figure it out. But anyway, dude, Happy New Year's. What's your, you got any New Year's resolutions?
No. I don't know if I really, I don't know, not to just sound like smug or I don't really believe, like, but I don't see anything wrong with it. I think people shit on it too much, kind of, because it's
Yeah.
like, it is true, if you're going to change something, it shouldn't matter, what the fucking Gregorian calendar has to say about it. But, like, you fucking, but then again, whatever helps,
Yeah, but I mean,
I didn't answer your question at all.
No,
I don't.
but I
have no goals.
I subscribe to the same thing where it's like, if I'm going to change something, I'll change it whenever I need to change it. I don't have to
Yeah.
wait. But also, it's like I can't tell you how many times I've had the light bulb in my room has been out for 2 weeks and I haven't gotten a new light bulb. So like it's hard for me to be like, why don't people just do stuff when it needs to be done?
Yeah,
True.
true.
That's like, who the fuck am I? You know what I mean? Like,
That's a very good
I
point.
just like. So
Yeah.
whenever people say that, I'm like, yeah, I agree with you, but also like I do understand. Like people all the time go like, oh, I'm gonna start a diet next week,
Mm-hmm.
and we never, you never give them shit. Then you're
Yeah,
always
that's
like,
a
oh,
good
good for
point.
you. But as soon as they're like, oh, starting in January, I'm gonna do this, everyone's like, oh, you fucking piece of shit. Why
Yeah.
don't you do it now?
True.
It's like,
You know what is a silver lining though to like COVID happening and comedy not happening at this specific time is that there aren't a fuck ton of new comics that are
comics, yeah.
just gonna be there for a week and then we don't get on.
yeah, I mean, I
Which,
do
by
hate
the way,
that.
it's okay. Like that's fine.
Yeah,
but
at the same time, like
it's
every
also annoying.
every year it breeds like 1 or 2 people that actually stick around.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, that's fine, but
Totally.
it is just very frustrating when
Yeah,
you're like,
it is like an ultimately good thing overall, but it's also it's not like bad. It's just annoying.
well, it's gonna happen tenfold when COVID ends,
Dude.
Like when open mics actually start back up, it's gonna be fucking impossible
That's
to get.
I've never even
Yeah,
considered
because
that.
everybody who's sitting in quarantine right now, re-examining their life
Yeah,
and their mortality, are going to be like, I should have tried stand-up comedy, and then they're going to try it.
yeah.
I mean, we should start a podcast class.
Really?
Yeah, why not? Just rip people off.
Yeah, totally. Just like, okay, 101, you have to fight over the song. And
Yeah,
if you
right.
don't-
Yes, yeah. No, dude, we should just start a class like we'll do $200 for 5 sessions,
Yeah.
and we'll teach you how to upload it to Podbean.
Yeah. And not just that, but we're just going to play Come Town episodes.
Yeah. I'll show you how sometimes I have to add in music in post, and then we'll show you how to upload to Podbean, and you give us $200 to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that like everybody's gonna be like, this is my calling,
Yeah.
is doing this, but
True that. Now,
yeah,
I might start a TikTok, which is, I don't know. I've
Why?
bitten against it just because it's like, I don't know. Like, I thought that TikTok was like really unfunny, and it is. But like, I have seen like 1 or 2. But then that kind of like is inspiring me, and kind of like why I think we both tried stand up is that we saw regular people do it, and we're like, oh, I think I can do that. We didn't really say that with like.
yeah. I mean, sorta. I did recognize that there was some kind of, I don't want to use the word art, but like I did recognize that there was some kind of like talent being displayed.
Yeah.
And I don't, except for like the video editing that happens on TikTok, like people make some pretty cool edits and shit, but other than that, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I
this
mean,
isn't
there's like
talentless.
this one chick. Her name's Kylie Brakeman. She's like super funny.
We'll blurb that out. No free plugs. Go ahead.
ahead. She's it's not plugged, but
Is she
yeah.
a little bit bigger than us?
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway.
But yeah, I don't know. It was just cool because it's like, oh, this can be funny, just because. Yeah, and I'd say you could say that if you went to just like an open mic, most of it's not going to be funny. So you could kind of extend that to TikTok or any other type of,
Yeah. I know. I think that TikTok people, a lot of times, like, it's just hot people.
Oh, totally.
And then it's just like, this isn't anything. This isn't good. It's not funny. It's not.
Yeah.
You're just like watching people do dances.
Oh,
and
yeah,
like,
totally.
This is so. There's this, like, I think that what freaks me out is like, you're like, oh, it can be funny. It's like, sure, but I don't think that funny should even exist on this platform. I don't think anyone on here should be even making an attempt, because it's like if you were doing stand-up comedy at a Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, technically you're getting stage time, but you probably shouldn't be doing this here.
Dude.
This is clearly not what this is for. You shouldn't be on this stage telling dick jokes.
Holy shit. Have you ever like had to, like, I'm sure you have, I just can't think of specifically, had to like do your fucking jokes in front of a kid that someone brought?
Yeah, I mean, I've had to do jokes in front of kids a couple times.
Yeah.
It's never fun, but you're also like, I don't give that much of a shit about it. It's like, if this kid is 12 years old or 10 years old or whatever in a comedy club, he most likely likes comedy, and he's most likely like,
Heard a bunch of shit.
oh yeah, he's most likely on Xbox Live saying the N-word. So what am I gonna say that's like
True.
I mean, he most likely is. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
But there is like a really bad, like, certain age limit between, it's called the age of consent. And no, I'm kidding. No, but there's like a certain age range where it's like, if they're super young, then it's like they don't even know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
that's okay. So like a 5-year-old, it doesn't really matter what you say for the most part. But
Yeah.
if they're like 9 or 10,
well, when
it's
there's
like,
when it's
oh,
a
shit.
5-year-old, that's when I break out my Santa isn't real material. I go real heavy into your parents are going to get divorced. I do a lot of crowd work.
Yeah, totally.
Where are you from, buddy? He's all here. You're like, oh, dude, that'd be
Really?
so
You
funny.
were born here?
That'd be
This
so
comedy
dude.
club?
That'd be so funny to start doing crowd work on a kid, and the kid's responses elicit like kids say the darndest thing reaction from the crowd, but I'm getting mad at him because I think he's fucking with my set.
Yeah, and you just call it heckler dipshit kid owned. It does.
You're all, hey buddy, what do you do for a living? He's all, I draw pictures. You're like, oh really? You're just gonna be a fucking asshole? The crowd's like, oh, that's sweet and cute. You're like, hey buddy, why don't you just answer the fucking question so we can move the show on, huh?
Yeah. Oh, so you paint pictures. Can you picture your parents happy together? Because I can't. Look at that.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we can get into the episode. We got some voicemails to do at the end.
Yes.
Today's episode, it's kind of a bummer, man. Last year we did a whole extravaganza for the 1 year anniversary. I guess this year it has to just hold off. But I thought that this was kind of, if you remember last year, the anniversary show, we did like a compilation of some of our favorite clips.
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
And this one, this is kind of just an episode like that. This is season 19, episode 68. Ask Dr. Phil. I did some research. Every single episode of Dr. Phil in the first season is called Ask Dr. Phil.
What?
Yeah, look, I had to search because I knew the episode was called Ask Dr. Phil.
Mm-hmm.
So I typed it into IMDb. Look at episode 2, episode 12, episode 218,
Wow,
these are all season 1, episode 180, episode 47, episode 148.
Dude.
Every single one of them is called Ask Dr. Phil.
Holy
like when they
shit.
started the show, they like couldn't book guests. And they were like, why don't we
What?
just have people in the crowd ask Dr. Phil for advice?
Man, he
But
just did crowd work? That's
Yeah.
crazy. It's just...
he's all, okay, so what do you guys want to talk about?
just like anyone here ever been diddled? I
Yeah.
don't know. Like,
Shit. What else do I want to talk about? Anyway.
Just
Go ahead.
like, Robin, did I get the light yet?
Shit. How much time do I have left? All right. Season 19, episode 68, Ask Dr. Phil. It's two different parts. One is about, one is about a mom who's afraid her daughter is becoming too promiscuous. And, well, you know what? I think we'll let this first one talk for us.
First up is Sonali. Now, she is a lovely single woman who
Very hot.
says, you would think dating during the pandemic would be the problem. But no. For her, it's dating, period. Sonali says after she refused...
Why did he took him so long to get to that punchline?
Yeah, it's just like...
I mean, he was really stammering through there.
yeah, he's like, get off your phone and start working the teleprompter.
Dude, or Phil is just completely breaking down.
Yeah.
It's really hard to tell at this point. Listen to that again, dude.
lovely single woman who says, you would think dating during the pandemic would be the problem. But no. For her, it's dating, period.
You know what I think this is? I think it's Dr. Phil and I are getting spiritual energy and are becoming one. I think that's it.
Yeah, you guys are just...
Yeah. He's just like, why can't I stop talking about jerking myself off?
Why am I sitting like a paraplegic?
Sonali says after she refused to allow her parents to arrange her marriage, as is traditional in her culture, she decided to find her own man. But no matter what she's tried, she says she is still a 33-year-old virgin.
Growing up, I wasn't allowed to socialize. No sleepovers, no prom, no
Yeah, she's stunning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, stunning.
dating boys, and no dorming in college. I had my first kiss at age 26. Now I am 33 years young. I remain a virgin. My
All right, well, I mean, I'm sure she'll get into it, but is the goal to keep your virginity until marriage? Because if so, you're doing that at a weird demographic in a weird time in history.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to be hard to be a 33-year-old who finds somebody who, at that age, is also a virgin and, you know, saving it for
Oh,
marriage. you know?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
My first relationship lasted approximately 6 months. On my 27th birthday, I was expecting to have my first time happen. I was super excited. Instead,
I'm sorry. It's so fucking cringy. Like, to me, I don't know why. Maybe this is just, I really just, and I know that this is like a fucking, product of like her environment and shit. But I just like you're 33 and you're saying my first time.
But she was 26 here, but yes, I agree with you.
Oh yeah, true. No, but when she said it right now, I mean,
Yes.
she said just the phrasing "my first time" like it's some magical fucking thing. Like the guy's gonna come in 2 seconds, you're gonna be disappointed, and then he's like, hopefully gonna text.
But
like,
I actually kind of I have like a bit of envy for her.
Really?
Because sex will never
'cause
be.
she's gonna bust like crazy, dude.
Dude, because she is gonna get fucking split like a fucking like a piece of firewood, dude. I'm jealous. I want someone to bust me open like something.
Yeah, dude.
No, I was
She's
like,
in mint condition, bro.
yeah. No, like I feel I'm jealous because like sex is never going to be bad. See, like we have this perception that like because of how sexual we are,
Yeah.
that like two virgins going at it would be like bad sex because it would compared to us. But she's never going to have better sex than her first time.
True.
Like somebody who's saving themselves for marriage is most likely it's going to be fucking meat and potatoes. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You're not seeing someone's back during sex. You know what I mean? Like you'll never know what their fucking shoulder blades look like.
Yeah.
It's a lot of missionary. It's a lot of laying on top of each other.
Oh, 100%.
And then it's a lot of coming quickly and going to bed without talking about how it was.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not. You're never going to be like. Nobody's ever been like, I'm saving myself till marriage, and then finds themselves getting fucking airtight. You know, like that's it's never happened. I just maybe it has. I'm probably overgeneralizing.
You're right. I
probably.
mean, I just think like it is true, but it's also kind of like it's gonna like. Like it is gonna be good for your first time.
Oh
maybe.
yeah, it'll rock. Yeah,
But it is kind of like it's so late in life that it's probably gonna suck for the guy. If I'm being honest.
I remember. I wish that I would have waited longer to lose my virginity.
Really?
Yeah, easily.
What? How? Brag.
I was 15 years old, dude. It's way too young to be being so sexual.
Yeah.
Because it became my entire world at 15 years old.
Oh yeah. Well,
Where
it's
it's like-
everyone's world at 15, no matter
But
what.
at 15, like, before I was even having, like, sexual contact, it was all hypothetical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'd see, like, a girl's, like, fucking bra strap and be like, oh, she's got titties.
True.
But then, like, all it was like, man, I wish I could ditch math class to go touch a pussy. And you're like, well, like, looking back on that, you're like, that's not where my head should have been at 15.
Yeah.
I could have been focusing on, like, making friends and, like, building, like, a self-discipline that would allow me to succeed in school.
Yeah, work on your posture.
My posture was garbage back then. Yeah, it's just funny. Anyway, let's get back to it.
He ghosted on me. Just poof, disappeared from my life. A few weeks after I heard he had gone back to India to enter into an arranged marriage. My second serious relationship, he traveled between New York and India, so we went long distance. After a year of being a virtual girlfriend, I met up with him and he wanted to be intimate. That's when I had told him that he would have been my first. He was absolutely shocked. That was the last and final time I saw him. The third serious relationship I had, we were at the 2-month mark.
It's just setting up so many expectations for the guy where it's like, I'm
Yeah.
going to be head over heels for you, and like,
Yeah, dude, it's just...
it's weird. It's like it's like a first date, and you're talking about like the most you're setting it up as the most intimate moment
Yeah.
of your life. It's
Well,
a lot of
also-
guilt to put on someone.
Yeah, and also there's a, like, just besides, like, the ramifications of, like, that person potentially, like, being clingy or whatever, it's also just a lot of pressure to be like, hey, you have to, like, take care of me through this time.
Yeah.
Like, when you're, like, young, it's kind of to be expected that nobody's, like, good at it.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? But, like, it's like, yeah, you're going to have to put up with a lot of dead weight for quite a period of time. Like, I'm not going to be good at this for a long time.
Yeah, totally. She just has sex like a cat that has like the mom cat, when they like bite their neck.
Yeah.
Like the back of their neck, and they're just kind of
Yeah,
like
it'd be like if I was like, "Hey, dude, you want to like? I play basketball in a rec league. Do you want to be on the team?"
Yeah.
And then you were like, oh, I've never played basketball before, I'd probably be like, never mind then. Like, you know, and she's like mad about it. And I get why it probably sucks for her.
Yeah, totally.
But you couldn't be like, I told Drew I've never played basketball before, and suddenly he doesn't want to play basketball with me. You know, it kind of makes sense as to why, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
He wanted to get intimate with me, and the mood was right. But that's when I finally disclosed to him that I was a virgin. His jaw drops.
They used a slide whistle to illustrate the guy's fucking hard-on going away. Holy shit, listen to that.
But that's when I finally disclosed to him that I was a virgin. His jaw.
Dude, and he punched me in the face and left. Sad trombone.
Same reaction as the first two guys. He said he was going back to India within a couple of weeks, and we ended it then and there. I keep scaring them off. They get freaked out and they disappear from my life. Despite my frustration with dating during this COVID pandemic, I do still have a Bumble profile. It's
Okay, so they're showing... Okay. Her name is Sonali, which means golden.
Wait, how do you
She's-
know that?
It says right here in her bio. This is your problem, Parker. You're never reading girls' bios on dating websites.
Yeah.
She's from New Jersey to New York City to L.A. Not interested
Oh,
not interested in the
inter-
flings hookups
That-
thing,
all
and the
that-
deal breakers are.
don't say that. If you're not, by the way, it's
Hold
totally.
on.
Okay.
Let's read the rest of her bio, because I think we're about to get a good piece of information here.
Yeah.
Do you want to read the star after deal breakers for me?
Smoking / drugs.
No. The next one.
Huh?
The next asterisk. Go to the next line.
New. Wait, no. Which one do you?
After the deal breakers, go start. At
I don't
I.
have COVID / HIV / AIDS / STDs.
Yeah. So she's like, I'm a virgin, and she's telling people I don't have AIDS.
Yeah.
That's such a weird thing to tell people on dating sites.
Yeah, it's very. Yeah, it's kind of like. Yeah, you wouldn't say like I'm not a murderer.
Yeah.
Like
Go back to the deal breakers. Read those off. For me.
smoking, drugs, infidelity, lying, facial hair, bad breath. Okay, some of these are.
Yeah.
like, crimes
Yeah.
technically.
I mean, honestly, if she was cooler, somebody would probably take her virginity.
Yeah.
But she does sound like kind of
She
a
sounds
fucking-
very-
a prude.
even if you do none of these things, it sounds so judgmental and
Yeah.
so negative. Why would you want to? No,
Dude,
it's true.
I know, but read
Okay.
the never have I ever part.
Had sex, yeah. Which okay,
Why?
that's great. I love a girl when we have stuff in common, but still, I don't. No.
Yeah, right. No, but the not interested in thing always is such a weird thing to me to put on your profile. It's immediately
It's
like
so negative.
Yeah,
Like,
it's immediately
just don't have sex
yeah,
with someone.
Just say that. Yeah, like I mean, you can just like nobody on here is like. I mean, yes, there's people on here who are looking for something specifically.
Yeah.
But really, the only fun of online dating is like having some kind of mystery of whether or not this person's gonna fuck you.
Yeah, totally.
Like that's really the only fun part is being like you're playing this game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when it
It-
finally does like lead to some kind of fruition, it's like, oh, cool. Like this was all worth the payoff. But if you're like not interested in flings hookups, even if I was looking for a relationship, I'd be like, eh,
Yeah.
the mystery's all gone. I know exactly what this person's about. Like it's not fun.
No, 100%.
Anyway.
Full disclosure, I have written on here, never have I ever had sex. I have all these great qualities. Why is it so tough for me to find the one who won't be scared off when I tell him that he would be my first and hopefully only?
You're putting so much pressure on someone.
much.
Yeah. Like you shouldn't tell someone that the same way you shouldn't like come out and say like and be like, "Oh, I have intimacy issues."
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing, honestly.
Yeah,
That's-
I mean, there is like,
I mean, one is just through circumstance. I'd
yeah,
say.
but I do think that the difference is that she's looking for a very specific type of person.
Yes.
So that's kind of the kicker is that like the person she's looking for is also most likely a virgin, or at least somebody whose body count is within the 1 to 5 range.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean? Like she's not gonna find herself with like a fucking former NBA player or something, you know? Like
Right.
she knows what her ballpark is. So I guess that if you're trying to attract somebody who's like that,
Mm-hmm.
then maybe there's a chance. I don't know. I'm trying to give her the benefit of the
Okay,
doubt.
well, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I'm glad you're here. So this is a puzzle to you, right?
I'm so confused and perplexed. Beyond
Right.
words.
Now, do you date a lot?
He's like, okay, so let me explain how it works. So your vagina will get moist, right? She's like, no, I understand how sex works.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm still going to go through it. I want to run through it.
So what Robin does is that she just gets some WD-40 and she
Look, I'm a country boy, so we use WD-40 to lube it up. And Robin's got a 14-inch strap on that she plugs me. I mean, she plugs me in like a light socket. You know what I'm talking about?
now?
I date selectively. But of course, this COVID pandemic has messed up everything.
Well, of course. So what do you like on a date? I mean, when people go out with you, how would they describe you if they'd been out with you 2 or 3 times?
I'm very
What if
lovely.
she's a virgin, but she is just a mouth slut? She's just giving sloppy toppy to everybody she meets. She's all, Dr. Phil, I sucked off 2 of your producers. He's like, what the hell is wrong with you?
just
We had you back there for 4 minutes.
Lovely, very
Right.
sweet, charming. I love conversation, just having that natural chemistry and compatibility there.
Now, you say that you wanted financial independence, and in Indian culture, they expect a woman to not be motivated in that way, so that doesn't fit.
Correct. In traditional Indian culture, even those who are educated, their primary job is expected to be a housewife and procreate. And that's fine, no judgment. But for me, I'm an American, born and raised. That won't work for me.
We have a really good friend.
but that's kind of like I don't see where the radical change is in her mind. Like, you know what I mean? The only, like, literally the only difference between that ideology and this one is that she just gets to choose who she does that with.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that to myself. Is like she's like, hey, like part of American culture. I think one would certainly argue is that celibacy is kind of frowned upon.
Yeah.
When you get to be a 33-year-old woman.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think that it's
there's nothing like morally wrong.
no
you know,
right,
of course,
but it's she's like no heart, no judgment, but she's like I won't date an Indian man because I want to be motivated by money.
yeah.
But then also being like kind of confused as to why American men don't want to be the one to take a 33-year-old's virginity.
Yeah.
Seems like she's
No,
not.
exactly.
She's playing the game one-sidedly.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think she's nearly, I don't think she's nearly as like progressive as she thinks she is. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I
Like,
kind of agree. Yeah.
But also, I just, I
Well, also like you're being like no beards, no drinking. Like
yeah,
you
it's
can't.
like it's like you're just like coming across super picky. You
Yeah.
can just swipe left on people.
Well, and
with
also
that.
she's out of many people who she's looking for's league. I mean, let's just call a spade here.
Yeah, totally.
She's looking for a dorky American dude,
very true.
essentially, and she's out of all of those guys' leagues.
Yeah.
For them, unless she just finds like a good Christian boy, like someone who comes to mind. Do you know who Russell Wilson is?
No.
He's the quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. He's married to the R&B singer Sierra,
Oh, okay.
but he saved it for marriage.
Oh, lame.
Yeah. But it's like, okay, unless you strike gold with that guy,
Yeah.
you're really not, your pool is very small here.
Yeah. Sorry,
From
one
India.
thing. I
Yeah.
know we're
No, you're
getting taking, but I just want to say this. I just really, really despise like the thinking of sex being a reward that you give to one person
Mhm.
as opposed to a mutual thing that you both take pleasure in.
Yeah, I mean,
That's-
I don't think that's a hot take. I think that sex shouldn't be like weaponized.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes the dynamic of it in society very stigmatic. Like that, if she's giving it up to everybody, then it's no longer precious. When really, like, people just want to fuck, and people should just let that happen.
Born and raised. That won't work for me.
We have a really good friend from India, Priyanka Chopra Jonas, and we know her mom really well, and she's a physician, so she's become independent in that regard too.
I'm so glad you brought up Priyanka Chopra because I grew up watching her in Bollywood movies.
Yeah.
And now when I see what she has with Nick Jonas, I think to myself, I want that.
And both of them support each other
Exactly.
in their careers, and also they're each other's biggest fan.
Right? There's mutual respect and
Yeah.
support.
Now, you usually tell a guy, it's on your dating profile, but whether you meet somebody there or otherwise, you usually tell somebody on the second or third date that you are a virgin, and you say, hopefully, if this works out, that they will be your first and hopefully only.
Correct. That's my hope. But of course, it's not always reciprocal. In my experience, I freak guys out. They're shocked, their jaws drop, they're surprised, and they disappear from my life.
I'll give you from a male perspective what I think's scaring them off. And there's one line from your tape piece that really jumped out, and I'm going to play that for you right after the break.
Oh, what
Hey,
a
if you-
tease from the good doc.
Yeah, I will say this. I feel like she actually seems like a really sweet person.
Yeah, no, she's a great person.
But
like,
the way she comes across on Bumble, like if I just saw
Yeah.
that on a profile, I'd be like, "Oh, dude, she fucking sucks."
Yeah.
Like, you know.
no, 100%. And well, and also, you know, she's her head is in a good place, but you know, there is a certain reality to the situation that, like, yeah, nobody really wants to take on the emotional baggage in their mid-30s of what you're offering.
Yeah, dude.
So either you have to repackage yourself as, like, be a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be like, my standards are everything from also a virgin. She's not said that, but I'm assuming that she doesn't want someone who's just, like, went crazy.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, you can't be from that to also, okay, you can't have a beard.
Right.
You know,
yeah,
that
exactly.
spans too much. You need to really set your sights on what's important.
No, you're very right.
If you like that video, click.
Oh, wait. Let me skip forward here.
When I was
All right. 33-year-old virgin wants to know why she scares men away.
22, I graduated college with a finance degree. On the way home from the graduation ceremony, my father started pressuring me to agree to an arranged marriage. I was shocked and disgusted. My father wanted to pick my husband. He still wants to pick my husband? Like, ew. I would definitely remain a virgin and be single the rest of my life than be married to the wrong guy.
Okay, we're back with Sonali, and she says there's something really puzzling to her, and she doesn't like this concept of arranged marriages. It disgusts her, but so far, dating has given her a few heartbreaks, and she wants to know why guys get so scared off when she tells them she's a 33-year-old virgin.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of, like, weird to me, though, that she needs this much help understanding why.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, not to be, like, dismissive, but they literally made a movie called The 40-Year-Old Virgin that illustrates how crazy it is to be in that predicament.
Yeah, totally.
Like, the entire movie is predicated on, like, wouldn't it be crazy if somebody was in his spot?
right.
And she's just like, I can't figure out why it's some kind of bad thing on dating
Yeah,
sites. It's
exactly. Which is why I said I don't think her values are nearly as progressive as she thinks.
Like, yeah,
you know.
I agree.
And I don't think it's that part of it that's scaring them off. There's a part of your tape piece that really jumped out at me, and here's what it is. Let's listen to it.
Oh.
Why is it so tough for me?
What?
Also, I was just gonna say, like, if a guy is super into girls who are virgins, that's a red
Yeah,
flag.
you
Like,
don't
get
want
the
that
fuck
either.
away
Yeah,
from-
you don't want that
like-
either. Yeah, that's creepy.
To find the one who won't be scared off when I tell him that he would be my first and hopefully only.
And there's the phrase, first and hopefully only. So you're on a date with a guy,
Right.
and then you say, I'm a virgin, you would be my first, and you make it clear, you cross this bridge, buddy, you're here to stay.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same reason that if you just saw someone you went to high school with and then started talking about fucking Herbalife, they might be like, "Oh, this person is trying to sell me a pyramid scheme."
Right, yeah.
If you talk about a certain thing, it comes across that you're either trying to sell them on an idea or something like that. You know?
Yeah, I just don't. I don't like. It's very weird to me that she's unable to see what, like you. you know, we've talked about this privately a bunch, but like at some point when you're dating, you have to ask yourself, what do I bring to the table?
Yeah, totally.
And like, you know, you hate to be that guy, but it's like, yeah, there's men do want a certain thing. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, it is just a fact of life. Not every guy wants it the same amount, but it is something that exists.
Yeah.
And so sometimes, like, yeah, like if you go on dates with people and you're like, I want you to be my only person I ever have sex with, like, they're going to, like, tense up, you know?
No, totally. And yeah, it's weird, dude.
You cross this bridge, you're
It'd be
behind
like-
a
sorry.
lifetime.
It'd be kind of like.
I'm going through it, dude, right now. My stomach is hurting so bad.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Struggling.
Really?
Yeah, I might have to run off screen. You might have to take over the
Oh
rest
yeah,
of this
sure,
app, dude.
no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, go ahead. Finish off this clip, and then I'll be right back.
Okay, I think I do. Fuck, now I forgot what I was gonna say. God damn it! Actually. Okay, I'll try, Dad.
You're here to step-
Sorry, thought I'm projecting.
You cross this bridge, you're buying a lifetime ticket. And they're like, well, whoa, wait a minute, we just met. I don't know you that well.
Yeah, it'd be kind of like if you fucking okay. Let's say you worked at or you tried to get a job at like a small company or something, right? Let's say you go in as the cashier to apply as like a cashier at like a local mom and pop like barbecue place. You know, it'd be kind of like during the job interview, just being like, so let's say I become manager, or like, you know, let's say, or just be like, so when I'm the CEO, like, it's just like, okay, like sure, I guess hypothetically, in theory, down the line, like something like that could happen, but it's also kind of like, you know, like, chill the fuck out, dude. Like, I don't know. Ah, damn it.
And you've waited 33 years for me? Holy
He
that
doesn't-
scares them.
He doesn't know me that well, yet he wants to sleep with me?
Yes.
That's not gonna work for me.
Well, I understand that.
Yeah, see, it's very like using sex as like, yeah, not something that's mutual between people. It's more just like, you know, but then I have nothing to offer you. It's like, no, that's a really like toxic fucking mindset to have.
That's why you're in the situation you're in. And I'm not saying you're wrong, but I think you're scaring them off by telling them that at that point. There's a lot of stops between A and Z
Right.
along the intimacy trail. You know, there's first base, second base, third base, home base, you know, and for you don't ever get out of the dugout.
I see where you're coming from.
Now, I don't want to just be a man here about this. Help me out, Mom.
I totally agree with you. I can't believe you're using a sports analogy, but
What do you mean a sports you mean the most analogous fucking thing for sex? Like first base? Okay, whatever. Anyway, that's...
totally agree with you in that I feel that you're starting out with what's wrong with me or what's wrong with them instead of just being confident in who you are as a woman and starting out with I'm just going to meet them and stay confident with who I am and then
No, you're wrong. Her confidence is not the issue whatsoever. She's very confident. She feels like, I mean, that's literally not the problem. Is her being confident a good thing in general? Absolutely. But she's so confident in herself that she refuses to literally lower down any of her ridiculous standards. And, well, it's not even like a standard thing, I guess. It's more just, or the way she presents her standards. You know, like she refuses to just dial it back a little bit. And I don't think it's, you know, a malice thing, but yeah, no, confidence is not the issue. It's literally not.
and let them fall madly in love with you. They're going
Or actually, maybe it is. I don't know. Am I wrong? Maybe, yeah. It's not, she's definitely, yeah, I guess because, like, she's insecure about, Yeah, no, I guess it is confidence in a way, but I'd say it's not confidence in herself, but confidence in what she wants. Okay, maybe that's a
Just be
nitpick.
knocking down your door, begging you.
I am
All
lost.
right, I'm back to rebuke all the misogynistic things
I-
Parker said while I was gone.
I am lost.
Women
without you,
are
Drew.
more than objects, Parker. And I'm not going to have this fight with you once more, okay?
Yeah.
Just because I had to go evacuate my bowels because I drank like 4 pints of mimosa a day
Good God.
and forgot that we had to do the podcast. Dude, I was like, I got home at like 5 o'clock
Really?
from just like, just being a fucking, I was just fucked up all morning.
Oh man.
And I'm like home just laying in bed, and then you text, and I'm like, oh yeah, I guess we do have to do the podcast. And I was like, fuck. I was like, okay, well, I got to pull it together.
At some point, to live the rest of your life with them.
She's saying that.
What I miss?
Robin's saying that just a bunch of like girl boss nonsense.
Oh, nice.
If I'm being like, she's not really saying anything.
Sweet, yeah. She's
Like
got to
it's-
believe in her. She's got to know her value.
Yeah, her confidence. And it's
Yeah.
like, no, that's not really the problem though. If I'm right,
No,
like,
no.
Okay,
It's not-
thank you.
I mean, it's not the problem. I mean, the problem is that this girl, she's got expectations that are. The problem is that because she is so pure, and I don't mean that about the virginity, I mean that just overall. Like, she's got
Yeah, her
a very
mindset,
sheltered lifestyle that it's hard for them to be like, hey, the problem here is that you're a small fish in a ginormous shark-infested water.
yeah, totally.
Like, you are going to get eaten alive by some dickhead dude.
yeah, totally.
And
yeah,
you need to be made aware that, yes, there's going to be a guy who preys on you for being a virgin. Like,
yeah, 100%.
you're going to run into some shittiness. So you should probably like get this taken care of.
No,
And get rid of the idea. Like, if it is only one person for the rest of your life, fantastic. It most likely won't be that.
Yeah, that-
statistically speaking. it
yeah,
won't
these
be.
are very unrealistic expectations. It's kind of like
Yeah.
saying, I want a job that I will never, hopefully my one and only job. It's like, yeah, that's not
she can't.
really how
She
it
can't
works.
love the tradition of her culture and also reject the tradition of her culture. Like, it doesn't. It's you can't be like, I love that. I hold the value that like you should try to limit your partners. I hold that close to my heart.
Yeah.
But not that arranged marriage is an okay route.
Right, yeah.
It's like-
yeah, there isn't a lot of nuance.
It's like if
with
you're
it.
going to reject the conservatism of your culture, then you can't just adapt another conservative
Yeah, 100%.
mentality because you might as well just stay with anyway.
No, I agree.
People get what we're saying.
You are amazing. You do check off every box, but you want
She
them
thinks so already.
to be fall madly in love with you, and then that conversation is really not necessary because they're going to know everything about you, your feelings, that they're going to be so madly in love with you. That conversation now comes up and is serious.
I see.
And you
She's
didn't
just
have to
yeah.
have
She
it on the
basically
first
said
date.
like, "Why do tampons cost money?" Like that's
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
just like
Yes.
like
Stop
she's
thinking that there's something wrong with you, and take the pressure off of yourself.
Right, I see.
You're beautiful and adorable and wonderful, intelligent. Lead with that. You'll get.
and
a
your pussy is sacred.
Yeah.
Don't let them have it.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah, Robin's
further.
not saying
I guarantee
anything.
you, they're all going to just be dying for that second, third, and fourth date.
You don't need to change a thing about yourself, just your timing and presentation, and this is going to change.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. yeah.
You need to change the way you're approaching all of your life and also how you present
Yeah.
yourself.
You,
but don't change yourself.
You don't have to change a thing. You just have to change how literally every other human being sees you,
Yeah.
and that's way easier.
Yeah, no, the world will change for you, despite how it's interacted with everyone else ever. It'll 100% adjust to you.
Yeah.
I don't think we even need
This
to
would
watch
be
the
like
rest.
this would be like if the song "All About That Bass" just ended with, "But you should seriously consider a workout program." It's like, which is,
All right, you want to do some voicemails?
yeah, let's do it.
Okay. This is from a few weeks ago. Do you know this one?
No, I just saw because it's philmyheart@gmail.com, so
Yeah.
it just says, "Hi, Phil My."
Oh,
as
yeah,
if
yeah.
that's our name.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it does that all the time. I'll get emails all the time from all kinds of services that are like, hey Phil, or sometimes when I've reached out to people about like media or sponsorships or something, they'll call us Phil.
Yeah.
Like I'll be like, sincerely, Drew Absher of Fill My Heart podcast, and they'll reply, hey Phil. And I'm like,
Oh yeah, I've
you
seen that.
motherfuckers. Anyway, let's. This was from a couple weeks ago. We dropped the ball on playing this one, but let's give it a listen.
Hey guys, this is Pete. I'm a new listener, and I just wanted to drop you guys some positive vibes. Love the show, love the concept, and yeah, you guys are doing the Lord's work, taking Dr. Phil to task. So thank you.
You're welcome, Pete. It's our privilege
Yeah.
to really speak truth to power against the man oppressing an entire nation of people, Dr. Phil.
Yeah, I said doing God's work. If this is doing God's work, then I pray for the apocalypse.
Yeah.
This is not
You don't remember when the Lord sent a locust infested spell upon the people of Egypt because they had a fake psychiatrist giving?
exactly. And they shall make fun
Oh,
of
a plague was the word I was looking
Oh,
for. I
yeah.
couldn't find it. People could hear me stuttering through.
and they shall be jovial against the women who,
I had a
remain
little bit of
virgin.
a gripe I wanted to bring up with Drew, episode 101, Roll the Dice. At the beginning, you're talking about bullshit country music and people.
Wait,
doing
hold on. I didn't quite catch that. I think I was being
Yeah, me.
spoken to. Hold on. Let's go back a little bit.
Phil to task, so thank you. I had a little bit of a gripe I wanted to bring up with Drew, episode
Okay.
101, Roll the Dice. At the beginning, you're talking about bullshit country music and people doing side projects that you don't appreciate.
Yeah.
I've got an album for you. Please listen to it objectively. It's called Pony by Orville Peck. If you're not a country dude, which I am not,
I couldn't hear what the name of the artist was, dude. Pony by somebody. Could you hear it?
Normal tech?
Normal Tech?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, here we go.
listen to Pony.
Okay, we'll check it out.
And also, people doing side projects is awesome. I appreciate that, but I agree with you. You need to stand on its own.
Drew
See,
shook
here's
his
what
head.
happens, man. No, because here's what happens on this fucking show. I give a take, and then it ends up, people hear it, and then just completely dilute it down to like, I have no problem with people doing side projects. That was not the issue. The problem that we were talking about was, I have a problem when people do a side project that's completely out of their realm that they're already famous for.
Yeah.
And then promote it using their persona. Like, to me, that cheapens the side project. To be like, oh, hey, I'm somebody who in the past has done comedy. You're like, okay, cool. I like you as a comedian. And then you're like, oh, also, I started a band. You should listen to it. It's like, now those people aren't actually going to like the music because they like the music. They're going to like it because they already like you.
Yeah.
It just cheapens it for me. And the person we were talking about was Tim Heidecker.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I
what
remember.
started it. That's let me just clarify that. I think side projects are great. I've been on this podcast defending Audio Slave. I think I'm the only one who's ever done that.
One of my favorite recent side projects from an established artist was Lil Dicky's TV show Dave.
Bingo, though. It's called Dave. It's not called Lil Dicky. If it was called Lil Dicky, I'd be like, fuck you. But he's calling it Dave because it's like semi-autobiographical, and he like wants to be, I guess that there's a lot of crossover in the show, but like he's not just calling it Lil Dicky's TV show. You know what I mean?
No idea.
Really great and completely different than any of his other stuff.
It is
while
very
still
good.
showcasing his talents as a lyricist. So, yeah, Dave's on Hulu, streaming on Hulu, by the way, if you're into that. So, keep up the good work, guys. Appreciate it. I'll be continuing to listen. As of right now, I got 100 backlogged episodes to get through.
Yep.
So, talk to
Thanks.
you guys later.
And a bunch of Patreons, buddy. You have a
Oh,
lot of
man.
work to do.
We've already yelled at one. This is like the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Pete. Appreciate hearing from you. All right, let's get into the next one here.
Hey guys, congratulations. Keep it going. Love what you're doing. Big fan out here in Sacramento, California. Oh, just keep doing the podcast. We love the podcast. This is Jack, by the way, but great job. Keep it up. Keep
Thanks,
doing
Jack.
It. Many happy returns. Cheers.
Wait, Jack Scotty?
No, Jack Brown.
Really?
Yeah, you couldn't tell it was him.
Oh, yeah. Is that his real voice?
Yeah.
No fucking
I think
way.
he was hamming it up a little bit. but-
Okay. Yeah, there's no... I don't know.
No, that was him. All
It
right.
sounds like he's having sex with the tank of helium. Like,
No.
no, I love... That dude's super cool.
Yeah,
I
no,
like
Jack's
him.
the best. All right, let's get into the next one.
Hey guys, first time, long time. This is Alex, also Major Look Studios on Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Alex.
I've got a little. By the way, you guys, I love your shit. I've been a long time listener. I'll be on your Patreon for as long as you guys have it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Anyway, I
Thanks,
have
buddy.
a hypothetical for you guys. Thought this would be a fun one for the show.
Okay, a hypothetical. All right, here we go.
All right.
Say your mom and your girlfriend did like a Freaky Friday, and you had to make a choice. Would you rather have sex with your mom's body, but your girlfriend's brain is in it, or your girlfriend's body, but your mom's brain is in it? Anyway, thanks guys. Love the show.
No, this is not even. Hold on. I'm gonna give Alex the benefit of the doubt here. He's got a second voicemail. I hope he's calling to be like, guys, I realized how easy of a choice that was, and I'm calling to redact it. Let's see.
Hey, this is Alex again. I was trying too hard to remember that.
Jesus, phone again.
Jesus Christ, I can't talk. I was trying too hard to remember that stupid hypothetical that I forgot to say.
He was just saying congrats on 2 years. Oh, thanks, Alex. Appreciate it. Okay, what do you do in that situation? To me, no brainer.
Yeah, to me, you have a threesome.
Yes.
And that's
You get both of them in there, and it's like fucking your mom and your girlfriend as one whole.
Yeah, totally. You know, yeah, that's the real freak.
No, man, it's a pretty easy one for me. It's got to be your girlfriend's body with your mom's brain.
No, that's what I was
It's
thinking,
got to be
actually.
because also that means like in this hypothetical, we're assuming that they're going to give it their all. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're going to fuck back. Is
Yeah.
basically. I don't want to be crass, but I
Yeah.
think that's what we're assuming here. So if it's your mom's brain, it's years of experience getting plowed.
Yeah.
Your mom
a little
mom-
bit more with yours
your
than
mom-
mine, but yeah.
Your mom will bring to the table everything that she's learned from your old man.
Oh man,
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, what she called you by your dad's name? I'm like, oh, you divorced.
But it's your girlfriend's body calling you by your dad's. I got a hypothetical, and this is where we'll end the show this week. People, I want to hear from people. Okay, this is a hypothetical that has stumped me for years. Okay, Parker.
Sir, I just imagine her like, ew, don't just put that cum rag on the ground. Are you an animal?
Yeah. Okay, so here's how it is. Your penis.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is gross, and I'm sorry to people who are listening. Your penis is 1 inch inside of your mom's vagina.
Oh.
Okay?
Yeah.
But right behind you, your dad has the head of his penis pressed to your butthole. Your dad has his penis 1 inch inside your butthole. So the only way to
Okay,
get
I was
your
about to say, because I have a half-inch
Okay,
penis, so
but
I'm in luck.
the only way to get out of the situation is you have to go in to your mom another inch, or have your dad go into you another inch.
Quite
Which
honestly,
do you pick?
I'm just happy we're a family again. Like, that's what.
All right, everybody, that's the show this week. We'll talk to you next week. Goodbye. Oh, we didn't even get plugs in, actually. Get your plugs in.
At Parker the Newman on Instagram and Twitter. Follow us on Patreon. Subscribe at Feel My Art Pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow subreddit r/FillMyHeart. Drew Absher on Twitter. Drew Absher is dumb on Instagram. Keep up with Stab Comedy and all the good stuff they're doing. Okay,
Feel
we'll talk.
Feel My Art Pod on Instagram and Twitter.
Yep. All right, everybody. We'll talk to you next week. Goodbye. Why is this thing not going? Here we go.
Not a desire or shame, but some subconscious impulse to feel pain. I wiped my tears on my face and neck and the backs of my ears and said, now it's sweat. Now it's sweat. It's sweat now.
Episode run. Dude, that was